Hi there, my name's James Allen. I'm the Chief Executive at RYA Scotland. Welcome to the Affiliate Club Conference. My job here is to introduce a few of the videos that we've lined up as part of our presentation for you over this weekend. What I want to do now is take you through a very quick minute about the things that we have been doing to represent the interests of Scottish boating throughout the pandemic since it began early in March for us. We've been working hard to make sure that what we do within the staff team is get the guidance that's necessary to keep Scottish boating on the water out as quickly as we possibly can. It was the work of my team that made sure that boating was right there at the beginning of phase 1 as an option for exercise. They've continued to work all the way through to make sure that even now, as we start to move to protection levels, your boating remains a viable option for you as much as possible within the restrictions that have come forward. We'll continue to do that work along with the volunteers that support us to make sure that next season, 2021, is the best it possibly can be, no matter what COVID might throw at us. Next, it's my pleasure to introduce Brian Wilson, the new chair at RYA Scotland. Brian will tell you a little bit more about our new board structure and how that's operating and how that has been so important for us as we've moved through the COVID experience. What's really important, and Brian will emphasise, is that all of this is reflecting the interests of boating in Scotland, and particularly those of the RYA membership in Scotland.
So, as RYA Scotland's chair, it's worth pointing out this is a voluntary role and I volunteer my time to do this work, as do great many other people helping run RYA Scotland, the organisation, about 80 volunteers, not to mention the hundreds, near I say thousands of club members who make their club activity happen. Volunteering is absolutely critical to our sport. So looking back over the year so far, it started off very positively in January with the appointment of a number of new members to the RYA Scotland board. I'm particularly pleased about these appointments because this diversifies the views and the input to the board to help lead the organisation forward. Particularly, we're strengthening participation and development, our performance section, and also our relationships with the commercial organisations like training centres, marinas, chandlers, etc. Unfortunately, this was rolled into March now, and COVID was really starting to take effect and impact on our lives. The organisation had to pivot quickly into dealing with this, as well as working out strategically what we were going to do. So in the short term, we have now a 18-month strategic plan to take us through COVID and out the other side. And once we understand the framework in which we'll be operating in terms of things like Olympic cycles and funding initiatives, we will then come back together and build a new plan to take us further into the future. So really looking into next year, one of the most popular questions that is coming to the staff is about planning for and organising events into next year, and can we guarantee they will run? I think first I want to say it's really important that we have something to look forward to. So please plan those regattas, plan those races, plan those events. But please also just bear in mind that they may not be able to operate and run. Ultimately, we, RYA Scotland, the staff and all the volunteers are here to help you. We are here for you. We will support you. If you need us, reach out to us. Just look online. The website has all the contact details of the staff. Ring them up, talk to them, ask your questions. I want to emphasise, we are here to support you.
In this short clip, Lisa Linton, who's our Participation and Development Manager, will take you through some of the work that's been going on across Scotland to support clubs and training centres through the COVID experience.
Hi, I'm Lisa Linton, Development Manager at RYA Scotland. I'm in charge of the Participation and Development team. There's 3 of us. We have Regional Development Officer for the West, that is Robin Nicholl, and we have a Regional Development Officer for the East, that's Jack Mitchell. There's approximately 260 to 270 organisations affiliated to RYA Scotland, and we help to support them around participation, development, growth and club opportunities. Wow, 2020, what a year we've had, completely different from any others. So if I start right at the very beginning, what we'd actually had was we had a number of development gatherings held in January where we went to Royal Tay Yacht Club and to Lockhinch to have conversations with clubs and centres. That complemented the one we had in Glasgow at the end of 2019, gave us our community the opportunity to come together to have conversation and discussions. However, coronavirus then hit in, and actually we had to look at how to support our clubs and centres, whether that's information on our website around support, around finance, around what can open, what can't open, or whether that came to the point around guidance. It's been one of the key things we've talked about this year, and actually we've produced a number of iterations for both clubs and centres and also for the boating community in general around what you can or what you're able to do and how we can support you to enable activity to happen. Looking forward, we're going to continue with the connect element of what we do, so we want to continue to connect the online community, continue to make sure we have the opportunity for our clubs and centres to talk to one another as well as ourselves. We're going to continue to support, so that is around having conversations, having online discussions, whether you're attending one of our webinars, whether you're attending our club development framework session, that support is key. Moving into next year, kind of key things for us is this is a transitional year. We are going to be looking at how we can continue to support our community. Elements such as tri-sailing may come back, and we will be really excited and we'll work with you to see that that can be taken forward. We will work with you around new staff. We're going to have a new complement to the team to cover the north of Scotland, which we're really excited about. And we're going to continue to work and listen with you so that we can take things forward. So please, if you have questions or queries, get in touch and we'll do what we can to support you. Let's look forward to 2021 and have the opportunity to get as many people out on the water as we can.
This next section comes from Nikki Stewart, who's our Coach Education and Development Manager. Our coaches and instructional workforce have been really important throughout all of the activity that we've managed to get going in COVID. So this is a little bit more about what Nikki has been up to along with a lot of other people across Scotland.
I'm Nikki Stewart. I'm the Coach Education Development Manager at RYA Scotland. I work with instructors, coaches and race officials all over Scotland and help to support clubs and training centres too. This year's been really busy. We've been part of lots of exciting and new projects, which has been really good fun to be part of. We started lockdown with the Women's E-Sailing Championships, and we had 33 sailors take part in the event. It was a really good fun, good giggle. We had lots of different people from across Scotland, some from Shetland, some from Dumfries and Galloway, and we even had someone who was pretty heavily pregnant to take part, and there's not many sports that can say that. We've been doing a lot of video calls with our training centres, offering them the opportunity to connect with each other, share questions, share ideas, and really kind of come together, which has been great in helping us shape our guidance as well. One of the other really exciting things we've been working on throughout lockdown, throughout this year, has been a podcast, which has been a really good opportunity for us to come together as a team, to look at lots of different topics and engage with our community in a totally different way. One of the other things we've been working on is some support for senior instructors, and that's been really well received. We've got a small number of senior instructors in Scotland, and it's something that our clubs and our training centres are always looking to increase. So we wanted to offer the support to those looking to become senior instructors, and also to our communities for helping develop and support others to become senior instructors too. With the challenges and restrictions and the challenges with double-hander sailing, one of the changes the RYA have brought in is to run single-handed dinghy instructor courses. This allows instructor training still to happen, but in a slightly different way. So it's a 3-day dinghy instructor course focused on single-handers, and once we're allowed back into double-hander for instructor courses, we'll do a 2-day endorsement. We're really looking forward to welcoming a training development officer into our team. They're going to work directly with myself, the regional development officers and the performance sailing officer to help support people within our clubs and training centres all over Scotland. It's a really great opportunity to expand our reach and hopefully be able to support people in more remote locations and more often than what we have done already. Looking forward to seeing you on the water for 2021, and fingers crossed the sun is shining.
Matt Toynbee is our performance manager. Matt and his staff member Kate Pounder have been really busy all through the COVID experience trying to make the very best of what we can make happen for young people coming through our pathway. We really only got to deliver academies late in the season, but we started on schedule in September and have managed to keep these going, albeit in restricted format. Matt and Kate are going to tell you a bit more about what they've been up to.
Hi, I'm Matt Toynbee. I'm the performance manager for RYA Scotland, and it's my role to support Scottish athletes that are making their way along the programme, along the pathway, hopefully towards British sailing teams or lifelong participation in the sport. It's been great to start the new year with Kate coming on board in the role of performance sailing officer. She's brought a lot of energy and enthusiasm to getting our sailors out on the water as much as we possibly can. Been trying to keep the sailors as involved as possible in the sport during lockdown, and after lockdown it's been really good to see sailors spending lots of time in their local clubs, really maximising the amount of time they've had on the water. We've had great evidence of our sailors really taking the mantle and making the most of the situation, with a number of Scottish sailors making their way onto the UK performance squads at a youth level, onto the transitional squads towards the Olympic programme, and of course seeing Scottish sailors performing on the world stage, including Isla Watson medaling at the new IQ foil events, and medals from Charlotte and from Anna in the 49er and in the NACRA. Looking forward to 2021, it's going to be a big year. We've got 3 Scottish sailors as part of the British sailing team representing Great Britain at the Tokyo Olympics. It's going to be really good to follow their journeys through the remaining run-up to the Olympics. On a local level, we're looking at continuing the work that we've done to support sailors on a regional level and really allowing sailors to maximise the amount of time they spend out on the water in their clubs. That's a continuing theme through all of the sailors performing on the world stage, the time they've spent at the club allowing them to develop their skills.
I'm Kate Pounder and I work for RYA Scotland as the performance sailing officer. My main role is doing academies and running regional training at clubs to enable junior and youth sailors to work towards the performance pathway. So 2020 we've done a lot of lockdown learning, which has been really great for the sailors to engage with sailing when they haven't been able to actually get out on the water. We've been working with Hive, which is an online platform, and sailors have been engaging with that, doing lots of different things tailored for junior and youth sailors, such as the Knick Knack Boat Rack Challenge, which was awesome, and my favourite entry was the life-size Optimist made out of cardboard. Other things we've been doing has been looking at nutrition and the transitional programmes for junior sailors who are moving into youth class. This has been really beneficial for them to start thinking early about what type of class of boat they might want to move into as they progress in the pathway. Other things we've been looking into is bringing the RYA on the water sessions to clubs, which was aimed at our junior sailors to get back on the water and just have fun being back in their boat again. This has been really successful and has had a really good impact on sailors who were never involved in academies before, and now they're trying them throughout October and November, and they've been really enjoying the programme so far. Looking at 2021, I'm hoping to have more regional training happening across Scotland so more sailors can access local training at their clubs.